Alright, and here is the video review for ToyWorld's PRIMORION, their take on what is clearly Optimus Prime here. And this one took me a while before I got around to reviewing it. I've actually had it for a little while, but figuring out the transformation, it was one of those ones that came without instructions. And it's surprisingly more complex for an Optimus transformation than one would expect. Now, this was the 12-12 version, which was a special early release overseas. There is one coming that will come in a more colorful box, and because this one came in like some brown shippers with some black, just some art of the Ark on it. Very simple packaging. However, the 12-12 version did come with 4 of these. Let's see if I can get them in here. Stop banging everything around. Of these cool Teletraan panels. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The regular release will come with 2. And I'm kind of hoping that they include these in all of their current, like maybe you get a couple with each of their upcoming Masterpiece figures, because this would make a great background, even better than the little tiny panels that I had before. They're nice, they're big, they're solid and chunky. You can see they come apart very easily. They go together in various configurations. You can put a corner on or whatever. And they come with a bunch of these little connector pieces. And you can see I've got some down here that can connect the panels together and hold them. You can use the angled side or the flat side and pin these panels together, so you can have a very secure setup, even though they do snap together. Like I said, they're not really falling apart even without the connectors here to hold these together. The front to back, they're more important down here at this corner than they are for the side-to-side attachments. But really nice panels. I would love to have like 6 more of these or so, 6 to 9 more, to make like a big display here where I could shoot reviews on this Teletraan background. Very nice. So like I said, I do hope the future releases include more of these panels, because 2 seems like such a tiny amount when you could build, like if you got one with each figure, you could end up building a nice little background display, which would be really cool. But they are nice little panels, and like I said, with the 12-12 version, you do get 4 of them. The upcoming release, or domestic release, or I guess American release, at retailers will come with 2 of these panels. And on to PRIMORION himself. Let's see, he's got... I don't know why you need to fold these up. You might even be able, I guess... Well, no, I think that's where they peg in down here. You could leave these, I guess, folded down and leave these unextended out. But that's how they did it. And he's very square. And in vehicle mode, at least, I feel like he is very evocative of, I feel, the comic Optimus. Like the old Marvel comic. Especially some of the earlier issues. I'm specifically thinking of issue 2 when he pulls up to the Witwicky's garage. But anyway, I remember that one because that was the first issue of the comic I ever picked up. Way back in the day, in like 1984 or 85. So anyway, but yeah, big square Optimus. A little larger than MP10 in vehicle mode. And again, hefty. He's got a lot of die-cast in him. But, yeah, there he is. Now, like I said, I've practiced this transformation several times, but there's probably still a few things that are going to stick me up, the legs in particular, the way they rotate. But we'll give it a shot now I know where everything goes. So these lift up, just like this. And that allows these panels to kind of come out. We'll rotate them in a minute. You want to unpeg these panels here from here. Those come loose. See, they're pegged in there. And do that over here. So you can push them in, and this piece folds in to the leg itself. And now we're starting to get somewhere. Split the legs from each other. And then you can go ahead and rotate this panel down onto the foot and peg it in like that. And again, like I said, I don't know why you couldn't just leave it like that for vehicle mode, but I guess it does make a little hump there. Anyway, so go ahead and bring those down and tab them in here. I can get that tab lined up. There we go. These little panels are linked together and do open and close if you want to do so. but they don't do it with the pressure of the foot like they do on MP10. Go ahead and open up the feet like that. Now the legs are, as you can see, already kind of extended down here at the waist. This is where it gets crazy, because these wheel panels unpeg from here. They should, at least. There we go. And then this whole assembly rotates around here. You gotta get this, yeah, so there we go. Now lift that up. You gotta rotate this around so that this is out in the open, because you need to get this panel out of the way so you can pull this out and extend the leg there at the knee joint. And then you rotate it some more, this folding around and into the leg like that. And this still needs to peg in here somewhere. Okay, now this pegs in here. On you. Yeah, this pegs in here like that. And then this has to rotate around and up into the leg like that. And then this piece folds inside the leg. I guess you can leave that out to the side if you want, but it's supposed to fold in. And this folds in like this and collapses in to the leg itself. Yeah, like I said, really complex. And then this whole assembly collapses up. No. Into the waist like that. But we'll do that in a minute when we get more of that free. So now we gotta do the same thing over here, which again is kind of a nightmare. First off, we need to get you unpegged. There we go. And rotate this. Keep rotating until we get this out. Then rotate it back. To peg into there. Rotate this around and to peg in like that. Yep. Peg it all the way. Come on, fold all the way over. There we go. And then peg on. There we go, like that. Yeah. I don't like these legs very much. This needs to be folded around like that. And this needs to fold around like this. Anyway. So there's the legs. Long may they not be a pain in the butt. And then up here, you can go ahead, unpeg these two panels from the side here, or you can pull the wheels down as well. That will let you unpeg this whole assembly. These panels fold in, but you also got to fold in these little hinge pieces right here, so there's room for this to sit in. Like that. And fold these in. And then just let this kind of hang down here. Also, when you're going back to vehicle mode, these two tabs from this need to tab into these two slots on here, and that's very tricky. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put these wheels down. You can see these are the sides of his abdomen here. You can pull this out. Open up this, and this whole arm assembly should come out. Pull the arm back a little bit. So these fold in and collapse in like that. You gotta lift up these side hinges here and fold those windows in. And you see there's the arm joint now. You can go ahead and fold these side view mirrors in. So you gotta get all this unpegged. The hands are hidden under back here. Like that. So get the arm out, fold this down. And same on this side. And then these can fold down like this on either side of the arms, or either side of the head, I guess, like that. The arms extend down and out, this little piece slides back, and these panels fold up into here, and then up against the arm. Actually, this one folds in as well, and then that panel folds up on the underside of the arm. And same on this side. Fold this up, fold this up, bring that down, extend it, slide that panel up. These panels right here, push this in, push that in, fold these in like this, and push them all the way in like that. These panels start to come up and up into the side like that. This piece comes down. The upper part of the grill folds in and around, and this whole thing slides up into there to fill in that gap. The waist comes forward. So before you do that, bring this bumper piece up onto the back, at which point the wheels slide down here to hold it in place. Then you can bring the waist down, rotate them at the waist, stand them up, and then you can, as I mentioned earlier, bring out these hip flaps, and then the legs collapse up into the waist like that. And same over here, rotate it up into the waist like that, put down the butt wheels, bring everything down, stand them up, push the arms in, bring them forward, and then there's the head. You come around here to the back, right up here, and this whole assembly opens up. You flip his head out like that. You close this back into the back here, and then you take these side panels and flip them around to form his backpack. Still has the butt wheels. And ta-da! There is Primorion in robot mode. And again, he's big, he's chunky, he's square. Go up here. He does have, see if I can't do this with one of these lamps. He does have some light piping in his head, although it's very dark. If you get a very bright light behind his eyes, well, this isn't really going to work. Behind his eyes, you can kind of see it. But you really have to try. It's a really dim plastic there. And he looks like Optimus Prime. Like I said, the butt wheels, I think, are the weirdest thing about him. But there they are. Now that I see how they work, I kind of understand them a little bit. Oh, I missed some pieces. There's some pieces that are supposed to fold down back here. Hold on. All right, and here we go. You see these panels right here were folded up inside there. So yeah, I knew I was going to forget something because there is a lot to this guy. Let's get his hips all the way down in. Anyway, so on to robot mode. Here he is. He does have some little slide-out communicators here on the side, each side of his head. Come here, you can see there's a little communicator that flips out there. Let's see if I can get up here. Close up on it. Yeah, see right there. And there's one of those on each side as well. That one just happens to be the easier one to get out. So yeah, basic articulation, real quick. He's got side to side, but obviously he has antenna move. He's got side to side, up and down on his head, ratcheting shoulders, as well as some pretty stiff hinges there as well. What's what I'm looking for? Bicep swivel, dual hinged elbows, so you can get a pretty decent bend out of them. Articulated fingers, individually articulated all the way down the line, which is nice. All the knuckles, all the fingers, a ball joint thumb. The thumb is all one piece. He does have waist swivel and a little bit of an ab crunch due to transformation, but not much really. Hips out to the side, front to back. There's a thigh swivel there. Dual hinged elbows, so again, or not elbows, knees. So you've got a pretty decent range of motion there. And then some, toe articulation, front to back, as well as ankle tilt there. So all in all, fairly posable. Now, he does have these panels on his shoulders lift up, because you can have these panels, which I think are mostly there for truck mode, or if you just want to have them plain. But each side, these rotate around, have a little Autobot symbol in them. And you'll see these little triangles here. I don't know how well they're showing up, but there was some plastic to fill those in. Those were molded there. I'm not sure why they did that, but yeah, you can fill those triangles. They are just friction hinged in place there. So yeah. So now you've got a place for faction symbols there if you want. Kind of blue-shaped things. You can pop these pieces of plastic out, and there's some detailing behind it. Same with the you can lift these up as well, or you can get behind here. There you go. You can open these up. You can see the detailing there now behind it. But if you want to pop these windows out, you get some replacement window pieces for the windows and the shoulder pieces in a translucent gray, if that's your thing. But yeah, it's really easy to just pop these things in and out. Line up. Yeah, come on, you. Yeah, come here. Just a matter of getting these bottom ones lined up. There we go. But yeah, so you can swap out both of his windows and these. Although they don't give you extra pieces for the side windows, so if you leave the brown ones in the front in vehicle mode, you're still going to have blue side windows. Now, if you saw when I opened the chest, he does have a little die-cast matrix. It's gold in the center. And it doesn't open or anything, it's just a solid piece. But there's all the detailing inside the chest. Weapon-wise, he's got, of course, the energy axe, which can fit over his fist, if you want to give him that. And it's yellowish. It's not quite as orange as the one that came with MP10. He does also have a rifle. And what's cool about this rifle, it's molded in blue plastic, although you could easily paint it black if you wished, is you can see the trigger here, and the trigger actually can move, and when you do it, it lights up an LED in the barrel. That's really cool. That not only does it have an LED in the gun, but the trigger is the trigger is the switch, or the switch is the trigger. And of course, you can hold that in his hand as well. Also, you got a little bit of wrist swivel, wrist articulation there on him as well. So I put that in his hand. There's a tab in his hand. It just goes in this slot here on the gun. If I can get it lined up properly here. Here we go. There we go. There, he's got the LED on. He's not really holding it great, but there we go. Well, no. Come on, fingers, don't get in the way here. There we go. Oh, well, okay, I guess he wasn't holding as well as he could. But yeah, so he's kind of comic book-esque in both vehicle and robot mode. I am curious as to what motivated the need to have another Optimus Prime of this size. The more I mess with him, the more I dig him. He certainly has a complex transformation. Those legs just feel overdone to me on that side. Like, they get the job done, and I like how it ends up looking in vehicle mode. But that twisting thing is really not intuitive and not a whole lot of fun. And of course, real quick, here he is. He is bigger than MP10, like most of the figures I have shot tonight. So he's a big boy. And he does have some die-cast in him, so he's hefty. It's just, do we need another? Like, after MP10, MP10's pretty great. And while I know somebody who is not happy with his crotch and like will hate him forever because of his non-TF the movie crotch or something like that, I don't know. But MP10's pretty great and pretty spot on. And just an overall good figure. I don't know where the market is for another G1 Optimus that size. Now, we're seeing some from other companies that are doing IDW Optimus and such, and various takes on Optimus. It's not so much that Optimus himself is overdone, although you could probably make that argument. It's just, I'm not really sure which design cues this is supposed to take, because he said he's not quite G1, he's not quite Marvel Comic, he's not quite Studio Ox. Like, the butt wheels would seem to indicate Studio Ox, but he's just kind of his own thing. He's not bad. Like I said, the more I mess with him, the more I'm really kind of digging him. But it's up to you. Like, with MP Megatron coming and all this stuff, do we need another Optimus? That's ultimately your choice to make. Because like I said, before I got him in hand, I would have said no. I thought it was weird that they were doing it. Having messed with him and figured him out, and even just looking at him here right in front of the camera, I do kind of dig him. So it's up to you. He seems, like I said, the legs mostly are the worst part of that transformation. And once you get that down, I feel like the rest of it really won't be that difficult. And certainly, if you buy one, you'll have instructions. But he's nice. He's decent. It really depends on what you want on your shelf. Like I said, I am warming up to him. Just like Stryker Manus, I questioned the need for him. Playing with him now, he is kind of growing on me. But yeah, there he is. Like I said, construction-wise, he's solid. I don't have a lot of complaints about how he's put together. But yeah, there he is, ToyWorld Primorion. Surprisingly, fun.